Agora, that should be doing it. 'Tis so clean, this floor, you could eat off it. What do you think, Mrs. Fairchild? Oh, 'tis true. You'd better not be eaten off of it, not suffer the consumption the way you do. Faith, this floor be getting harder every day. Oh, surely you can hear me bones be getting creakier. Well, now that the breakfast is done, I reckon I'll be making... The floor is done. I'm going to be making the breakfast. Woo! I'm getting hungry. Woo! 'Tis time for breakfast, to be sure. I'm so hungry I can eat a horse. Oh, 'tis right you are. We don't be having a horse. Why now? It's your lovely daughter, the delicate and refined Miss Lucinda Melinda Dorinda.
Good morning, dear mother. Good morning, dear dependable Bridget. Oh, what would we do without you?
I don't know. Maybe some of the housework. Now, Miss Lucinda Melinda Dorinda, don't be worrying your pretty little head about nothing. Good old Bridget here will be taking care of it all. No matter how bad things be getting around here.
Oh, and they are getting fearfully bad. Woe is me. We were such a happy family until Papa died. Dear departed Papa. And then Mother was taken ill, dear Mother. And then Stu, my dear brother.
If you be excusing me, Miss Lucinda Melinda Dorinda, I must be off to make the breakfast. It's just that I've heard this before. A few hundred times.
Very well.
Oh, Agora.
Where was I? Oh, what was me? We were such a happy family until Papa died. Dear departed Papa. And then Mother was taken ill, dear Mother. And then Stu, there it is. And then the Fairchild boys set off to seek our fortune in a gold mine. Stu, my dear brother. And Aloysius, my other brother. Yes, Mother, Aloysius always was your favorite. Now I know there's more. Yes. And then all of the corn was stolen and all the cows died. Except Bessie. Dear Bessie.
That reminds me, I need to be milking the cow.
Oh yes, you must take care of our dear Bessie.
You know, Miss Lucinda Melinda Dorinda, heaven forfend that I should complain. But if we don't be making some money soon, we won't have a cow to milk or a farm to work. 'Tis right you are, or any breakfast to cook.
Oh, how well I know, Bridget, how well I know. But hark, I hear hoofbeats.
Whoa, lightning.
It is Nathan Trueheart, sheriff of our fair county, and my own true love. Why, the very sight of his manly figure makes my heart go pitter-pat. Bridget, he's knocking at the door.
Oh, I'll be getting that. Oh, if I waited for her to do it, the poor fellow would starve to death out there.
Oh no, Mother, you don't need to leave. There's nothing that the sheriff could say to me that could not be heard by the most delicate of ears, such as your own.
'Tis himself in all his glory.
Yay!
My dear Miss Lucinda Melinda Dorinda. Oh, do you have consumption too? Oh, of course. Good morning, Mrs. Fairchild. Why, thank you, ma'am. I'm doing quite well this morning, though a little saddle sore, actually. You really should see a doctor about that cough. Of course. Saddle sores. Terrible conversation for ladies. Femininity, that fragile flower. But it does add such meaning to my rough and tumble life that is my lot as sheriff, and no sacrifice is too great to preserve the wholesome innocence of our fair ladies.
Sheriff Trueheart.
Nathan! Yes, Miss Lucinda Melinda Dorinda.
To what do we owe this visit? Besides good fortune, that is.
Why, I am here to fulfill my duties as sheriff, to defend the truth, establish justice, and enforce the laws of our noble land.
Yay! Sheriff, you are sure to be successful in your investigations. I know Papa always did think very highly of you. Dear departed Papa.
As much as I value the dear Mr. Fairchild's opinion, it would mean so much more to me to have yours, Miss Lucinda Melinda Dorinda.
And indeed you have it. If you could but read what is written here on my heart.
Aww. Miss Lucinda Melinda Dorinda.
Oh, Sheriff, do call me Lucinda.
Lucinda. And please call me Nathan.
Nathan.
Lucinda.
Nathan.
Of course. Where were we? Yes. Now, Lucinda. I mean Miss Lucinda Melinda Dorinda. When did you notice any sign of ailment first afflicting your cows?
Someone's knocking at the door?
Are you going to answer that?
Me?
Tis the door I must be answering. All the while the breakfast is burning to a crisp.
2 callers and the clock is yet to strike 9.
Tis for you, Miss Lucinda Melinda Dorinda.
Well, I wonder who our caller could be.
Good morning, everybody. What a beautiful day. A beautiful day for a foreclosure, that is.
Right you are as always, boss. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, the flowers are singing. Hello.
Quiet. Make yourself useful for a change and hang this up. Mrs. Fairchild, as glowing as ever, I see.
Glowing with health and prosperity with enthusiasm of a young girl. Oh, consumption.
Good day, Mr. No Good. To what do we owe this visit? In other words, what did we ever do to deserve this?
Miss Fairchild. The very sight of you makes my poor heart go pitter-pat. If I had a heart, that is.
Yes, boss. Why, I can hear your honorable heart palpitating all the way over. Here.
Miss Fairchild, may I kiss your lovely, delicate hand?
No! Is the sheriff just going to stand there and watch while I suffer this degradation?
Oh. Now stop that right now, no good.
That's better.
State your business, if you have any, or take your unwanted attentions elsewhere.
Our noble sheriff, isn't he truly noble, Zebedee?
Yes, indeed, boss. Why, I can feel the emanations of his nobility all the way over. Here.
No good, do you have any business here at Fairchild Farm? Or perhaps shall I arrest you for disturbing the peace of these ladies?
Why, Sheriff, you wrong me. Your doubt of my integrity cuts me to the quick. There should be no doubt about my integrity. I have none. Oh, like you disapprove. You know you love me just the way I am.
Very well, get on with your business then.
Mrs. Fairchild, I'm afraid it is my disagreeable duty as your trusted banker to remind you that you have not made a payment on your mortgage in almost 6 months. Here are the terms of the mortgage.
No, let's see. Not this. Not that. That's here somewhere. Oh, what's this? Ah, here it is! Ah, there's Mr. Fairchild's signature right there.
Let me see that just a minute.
No touchy, just looky.
Mr. Nogood, you must be aware of the recent loss of our beloved breadwinner, dear departed Papa.
Oh yes, we all miss the revered Mr. Fairchild.
Well, in his absence, you should address any financial inquiries to Stu, my dear brother. Or Aloysius, my other brother.
And, where, may I ask, are they?
That's right, Mother. They went off to seek our fortune in a gold mine in Colorado.
A fortune, eh? That sounds promising. Promising for my pocketbook, that is, as I shall soon take away anything they might possibly bring back.
Gold, huh? Isn't that great, boss? Because it takes a lot of gold to make this old farm profitable.
Quiet, Zebedee. I have plans, devious plans, to turn this farm into a richly productive factory. Productive of riches for me. Me!
A factory?
Horrors! Yes, Mother, we will write to Stu and Aloysius immediately. Let's see, it takes 2 weeks for a letter to get there, and then 2 weeks for them to come home. So perhaps we could...
Let us say the payment is due 30 days from today.
Oh.
Isn't it truly generous of Mr. Noble to allow a full month like that?
I agree with Mrs. Fairchild. That's not very generous at all. No good. You have been foreclosing on farms around here for some time now, and there's something shady about it if you ask me. And I intend to find out what it is, or my name isn't Nathan. Nathan Trueheart.
Yay! My hero.
Rather a disagreeable fellow, if you ask me.
I agree, he's entirely disagreeable.
Who asked you? Go talk to the maid whilst I transact the, personal portion of my business.
Yes, sir, I sure am fond of a good gossip with good old Bridget.
Miss Fairchild, I am happy to inform you that there is a pleasant way out of your present predicament.
There is.
I would tell you about it if we could only be alone.
Well, there is nothing you can say to me, Mr. Nogood, that my mother cannot hear.
All right then. Marry me, my dearest dove, and I will forgive the debts and allow your family to keep Fairchild Farm.
But Mr. Nogood, I do not love you.
No matter.
In fact, I can barely stand to be in the same room as you.
No matter.
In fact, the very thought of being around you fills me with a revulsion so...
All right, I get the idea, but still, no matter. Your only choice is between marrying me and throwing your entire family into utter ruin. Besides, I'm not that repulsive, am I?
Boo!
Oh, who asked you?
Boo!
I must think upon it. May I have some time?
I must leave town on business. When I return to collect the payment, I will expect your response.
No, Mother, he's right. Besides, if Stu and Aloysius have struck it rich, then I will be free to follow my own heart. And my heart belongs to the noble Nathan Trueheart. How I long for his tender embrace.
Aww.
You will have your answer and the mortgage in 30 days.
Let us say then by 10 in the morning.
Yes. When that clock strikes 10, you will have either your money or your bride.
Very well, my turtle dove. Little does she know that I will claim the farm immediately after I've claimed her hand. So I will get both the money and the bride.
And little does he know that if all goes according to plan, that clock will never strike. I may have saved the farm and myself.
Oh.
Yay! Hey, let's come along, Mother. It is time for breakfast.
Zebedee?
Yes, sir. You hollered, sir?
We're called away on sudden urgent business.
Where are we going?
Never you mind. Go see to the horses and be prepared for an immediate departure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I hear and obey.
If my urgent business goes as planned, there will be no gold for the mortgage payments. And the response to my proposal of marriage will be an enthusiastic, "Yes, Uriah, dear, thank you kindly."
Boo!
What fools these Fairchilds be. Little do they know that it was I who stole the corn and poisoned all the cows. Except for Bessie. I'm terrified of cows. Those big horns, those busy grinding teeth, those big scary eyes. Especially Bessie. Anyhow, I did all that so I could get my hands on this farm. Here I will build my own buggy whip factory and call it No Good Place. I'll be the king of the world with Miss Lucinda No Good by my side.
Why? That's no good. No good. I'm off to tell Sheriff Trueheart. Stop that scallywag and his tracks. Oh.
Going somewhere, my dear?
Yes, to have you put into jail where you belong.
Oh, I think not. Isn't it a good thing I forgot and came back for my hat? No, instead of a trip to the sheriff's office, I see you heading off on a long journey accompanying yours truly and your friend Zebedee.
Oh, I like that, boss.
I won't.
Yes, I think having a devoted maid will make the journey much more enjoyable. Take her away, Zebedee.
Begorra! I ain't devoted to you, you weasel. And if you think for 1 minute that I'm going to be ironing your grimy shirts, you've got another thing coming. You got to off! Zebedee!
And do make her be quiet.
Oh, struggle, bring it, and make her I don't have on the open road!
I only have to wait 30 days and 1 minute. And everything for miles around will be mine. Mine. All mine.
Oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, you were gone and lost forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Hollow Rock sure is hot work here at the Fairchild gold mine, especially when all the rocks are duds like these ones. Not a hint of gold here, just dull, gray dirt. I think we need a new name for this mine. There, that's better. Huh, wonder when my little brother would come walking back from town. Sure is lonesome out here with nobody to talk to, except for a mule. Good old Hank. Oh look, there comes my little brother Aloysius now. I do hope there's a letter from home. Home, where mother waits in her old oaken chair. Home, where the candle lights are gleaming. home, or seldom is heard. A discouraging word.
Stewie! 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 Look what I got! Look.
That looks like Lucinda Melinda Dorinda's writing.
She wrote it on the outside, but the first 2 pages are from my mommy. Mommy waited at home in her old oaken chair. Mommy with the candlelights gleaming.
Hey, were you listening to me just now?
You spoiled my moment. I was busy thinking about my mommy, inspired by her sweet message to me.
Wise words from Mother. Here, let me read those.
This stuff's private just for me.
Mother always did like you best.
But you can read the part our sister wrote, though.
I do hope it's full of interesting news, something that will liven our dreary, monotonous existence.
Nah, it's just a bunch of stuff about a mortgage and losing the farm. Kind of dull, so I skipped that part.
Losing the farm is dull? Let me see that.
Don't you read my private stuff?
Let me see that. Dear Stu, and you too, Aloysius, how I miss you.
My big brother. Every time I hear the breeze blowing across the fields and the crickets chirping in the meadows and the sun rising over.
Blah, blah, blah. Let's get to the news. Here we are. Alas, our corn.
Was stolen and all the cows died. Except Bessie.
Good old Bessie. I'm sure glad she's still around.
She was always my favoriteest cow. Kind of reminds me of my favoriteest mule.
Good old Hank. And now,
The dreadful man, Uriah R. No Good.
Who?
Uriah R. No Good.
oh, the banker.
Yes, the banker. He was going to foreclose on our mortgage and take the farm away. All because Papa, dear departed Papa.
Dear departed Papa.
Kind of has a blank look on his face. Oh!
Oh, there he is. Okay. 6 months late, blah, blah, blah. 30 days from now, blah, blah, blah. So please hurry home.
Home as fast as you can and bring lots of gold with you. Signed, your devoted sister who thinks of you every morning and every lunchtime and when the moon rises over the horizon. And I just can't stop thinking about my dear brother.
Lucinda Melinda Dorinda.
See what I mean? It's kind of dull.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, there's a P.S. P.S. If you do not
get here in time, I will be forced into a loveless marriage with the despicable Uriah R. No Good. So please, hurry, Stu, my dear brother. And you too, Aloysius, my other brother.
So I guess we're heading home, huh? Look out, Mommy. Here I come.
Ain't you forgetting somebody?
Nope. Oh, sorry. Mommy, dear Mommy, here we come.
That's better. Looks like we're going to have to hurry if we're going to make it back by 10 o'clock on that appointed day.
But we don't got no gold, just rocks. What we got here is the Fairchild rock mine.
And it's the most productive mine in the state.
Sure got a dandy crop of rocks.
And dirty rocks at that.
Do you think a banker would take dirty rocks for a mortgage payment?
No, I most definitely will not take dirty rocks for mortgage payments. If dirty rocks is all I have, then the farm and Miss Fairchild are practically mine already. I could have saved myself a trip.
Who are you?
My name is Uriah R.
No good.
Let's not get personal, shall we? Or perhaps I could think of a few cogent observations to make about you.
Huh?
Never you mind. I hate it when a person doesn't realize I'm insulting them. It's like being in a battle of wits against an unarmed opponent.
Gosh, Mr. No Good, I can't keep that Bridget back any longer. She's as fierce as a lion, as wild as a bear, and as crazy as a...
I told you to keep her away from this mine! What have I ever done to deserve such an incompetent and imbecilic minion?
Sorry, sir. So sorry. Please give me one more chance.
Wait, are you talking about our Bridget?
Good old hard-working Bridget?
Good old hard biting Bridget, more like it.
What is be the meaning of this? Bringing me all the way out here, and for what, may I ask?
Never you mind. 2 endless weeks of being scolded day in and day out. Why did I ever think it was a good idea to bring along a maid?
You've got a lot of nerve bringing me out here, leaving me in the wilderness with nobody to talk to except a mule.
Good old Hank.
Heavens to Betsy! It's long lost Fairchild I see! Mr. Stew and Master Out of Wishes!
Yep, it's us.
Good old Bridget.
Enough tattle, nonsense. Me eyes be young enough to see that you two be living in a dump. What you need is some cleaning and some tidying around here. Ugh.
While she's occupied, perhaps I might have a word with the Fairchilds.
Go ahead. Shoot.
What? We didn't bring a gun. We were going to.
He didn't mean to shoot him with a gun, you half-wit.
Nah, he meant you should shoot off at the mouth.
Yes, he meant that I should shoot off at the mouth. Wait a minute, I do not shoot off at the mouth.
He's been shooting nonsense for the last 2 weeks or more. Non-stop.
No, I have not. Instead, I opine. I pontificate. I mellifluously discourse over subjects both varied and sophisticated.
Oh, so that's what you call it? I call it be shooting off the mouth.
Oh, of course, we're eager to hear you discourse. Go on with your discourse, sir, please.
Very well. I am present on this occasion to elucidate a scheme for extracting a profusion of scintillating metallurgy, the source of the prosperity we all endeavor so mightily to achieve.
Hey, mister, you actually saying anything, or are you just making noise?
Because we could be working in the mine right now.
Or starting home to my mommy.
Or twiddling our thumbs.
Anything's better than listening to you.
Oh, I must be off and away from the sound of your voice. These rocks need some scrubbing. So, it's off to the creek. I'll be taking them.
I see you are not erudite enough to receive the benefit of my acumen. I shall share my wisdom elsewhere. In the meantime, you should be aware of the fate looming over Fairchild Farm. Zebedee, the mortgage.
Oh, let me see. No, not this. No, not that. Here it is!
Show them, you half-wits!
Here's Mr. Fairchild's signature right there! No touchy-touchy, just looky-looky.
Then what'd you hold it out for?
Because you gotta look fast to keep with Uriah on. No good!
Yes. That document gives me the right to claim Fairchild Farm, unless I receive 7 months' payment by the due date, now about, 15 days away. I simply came all this way to collect the payment in person, thus saving you an arduous journey. My original plan had been to take all their gold, then go back and claim the farm and the bride, but since they have no loot, I'll just have to settle for the land and the lady. Oh well, 2 out of 3 ill-gotten gains ain't bad.
Does this mean we'll be headed back, boss? You, me, and good old Bridget?
No! Not Bridget.
Oh, no? Where would she go?
I think she would prefer to stay here with Mr. Fairchild and Master Aloysius.
We'll be glad to have her too, won't we, Aloysius?
Sure, we'd be happy. Just Stewie, Bridget, and me.
Well, all right, with that
Good old
Well,
Hank.
Hank,
taken care of, I'll go and get the horses ready, and that way we can get Snake straight home. Home, home on the range.
Do stop that racket! This is what I have to look forward to. 2 endless weeks of that caterwauling. The first thing I'll do with my new wealth is hire a new minion. With a new bride and a new sidekick, there's no telling what wild and wicked deeds I can accomplish. Look out, world. Here I come.
I'm sure glad that boring banker is gone. Good. What a windbag.
Mr. Stool! Master Aloysius! Oh, Kildare! Kilkenny! Connemara! Shamrock!
what's gotten into her?
Mr. Stool! Leprechaun! Chalet!
Huh?
Master Aloysius! Aragara! Top of the morning! And potato famine!
Huh?
Come down to the river. Corned beef and cabbage. To Warrington to Green. Blarney. St. Patty.
She's going all Irish on us.
I don't understand anything she's saying.
But God, you two be the most benighted fools in the land. Come along. I'll be showing you the solution to all your perishing problems.
You mean you found gold? Yippee!
Hush! How would I be finding gold? Oh, no, I've discovered the best thing you can imagine.
You mean you found a picture of my mommy? Yippee!
How would I be finding a picture of the missus? Oh, saints preserve us from fools' fripperies and Fairchilds. Oh,
Hey, Bridget, I don't see no gold.
I don't see my mommy.
hold on, me boyos. I'll be there right along to show you what is right in front of your eyes. But I won't be hurrying myself none. T'ave waited this long. Take and go and wait. Oh, Danny boy, them pipes are calling. Oh, Danny boy.
Oh me, the day I have dreaded has arrived. How I tremble at the thought of the fate that awaits me. Oh, Mother, it was a melancholy day that Bridget left us. For 30 days we have suffered an increasingly dirty house. For 30 days we've had no visitors because there's no one to open the door. And for 30 days we have subsisted on nothing except for the pot of gruel that Bridget left on the stove today. Even that comes to an end. How I long for something to eat besides gruel. Don't you, Mother? Oh, Mother, it seems your consumption has gone. Oh, how I hope that is true. Now, I must see what I can do about breakfast. If only I could figure out how to open those eggs. not succeed in opening the eggs. But I did scrape the last moldy, crusty bits of gruel into a bowl. It's ready whenever you're hungry, Mother. I know it is hard to work up much of an appetite for Mumble. Did you just cough? Oh, Mother. It seems your consumption has returned. At least you've retained your dainty, ladylike cough. How sad Papa would be to hear you cough so. But hark, I hear hoofbeats.
Whoa, Lightning!
It is Sheriff Trueheart. Soon he will knock at the door. I hope he knows that the door is open and he can come on in. I said, I hope he knows that the door is open and he can come right in. I said, I hope he knows that the door is open and he can come right in.
Yay! My dear Lucinda, I have been trying to visit you.
Your hat, sir.
Now, how did that happen? As I was saying, I have been trying to visit you.
Oh, was that you knocking every day?
Yes. My eagerness to catch a glimpse of your fair face drove me to your doorstep. How I've longed for one tender kiss. Mrs. Fairchild! Ah, yes, I've come here today to offer you my protection on this momentous day.
Oh, how I have been wishing you could be here.
Of course, it is my duty to establish justice, defend the truth, and enforce the laws of our noble land.
Yay! Does that mean you will arrest the low-down Uriah R. No Good?
Alas, no. While I have investigated every aspect of his business, and I am morally certain of his wrongdoing, I have yet to find any concrete evidence whatsoever. He's covered his tracks too well, I'm afraid.
Oh, how frustrating.
Yes, if only I could prove that he was the one that stole all the corn and poisoned all of the cows, except for... Where is Missy?
Unfortunately, she left after Bridget, and it became clear that we could not care for her. I can still hear her mooing now.
Yes, it sounds like she's still here with us. No matter, ladies. I will go out and look for her, as she is clearly seek refuge with a kindly neighbor.
So, my hero.
It was investing. But in other, Lucinda, there is something that I can no longer wait to reveal to you. Will you do me the honor of becoming my bride?
Oh, Nathan, you must know how I feel about you. But soon, very soon, the despicable Uriah R. No Good will come and claim Fairchild Farm, or my hand in marriage. If that clock strikes 10, honor demands that I do my part to preserve the family legacy and sacrifice all my dreams of wedded bliss with you.
But I thought that clock couldn't strike higher than 6.
Shh! That is part of my devious plot to foil the low-down Uriah R. No Good.
Oh, I see. Wait. I think...
I'm going to fight fire with fire. In other words, one devious plot deserves another.
Oh. I was thinking that I would be the one to save you. It does seem a little silly for you to save yourself.
Oh, well, there will be plenty of time for heroic actions, the things you do so well.
Aww. Well, good. Because it is my duty as sheriff to defend the truth, establish justice, and enforce the laws of our noble land.
Yay! Oh, the hour I have dreaded has arrived.
We better let him in and just get it over with.
Maybe if we're very quiet, he'll go away.
I doubt he will give up so easily.
Forgive me for letting myself in. I could restrain myself no longer. I simply had to see my radiant bride immediately. Besides, all doors are open to me as the new owner of this farm.
Walk right in, boss. Yes, indeed. This day is the day your schemes come true.
So, Mrs. Fairchild, Miss Fairchild, do we have a mortgage payment for me? Or are those wedding bells I hear? Those bells are ringing for me in my galloping greed. What a beautiful sound.
You no good villain. That clock has yet to strike 10.
And before it does, you will see through that door with bags and bags of gold, Stu, my dear brother, and Aloysius, my other brother.
Oh, I doubt that will happen. In fact, I'm positive it won't happen. I'm willing to wait, but only until that clock strikes 10.
And here it comes, striking 10 on the nose.
My big moments. What happened to the 10th chime?
Not to mention the 7th, 8th, and 9th. We won't mention those.
Well, no good. I reckon there's nothing that you can do about that mortgage until the clock strikes 10, and that may be quite a while.
Mr. No Good, there is no point in waiting for my answer to your truly heinous proposal of marriage. So I say to you, begone.
Better do what the ladies say.
You believe you have foiled me, eh?
It does look pretty bad, boss. I mean, just listen to that clock. Word, word, word.
Quiet, you fool! You may have postponed your doom, but only for a few days. Days filled with dread and the agony of waiting.
Do not speak that way to my sainted mother.
And you, my pretty, have only put off your day of decision until the next mortgage payment comes due. Then you will experience the overpowering joy of becoming Mrs. Uriah R. No Good.
Hello, everybody. We're back.
Still, my dear brother.
My dear Mindy, Lindy, Dorindy. Mother dear.
And where's Aloysius, my other brother?
Oh, he was right behind me. He probably just stopped to tie up the mule or something.
Hee-haw.
Good old Hank.
Howdy, everybody.
It's Aloysius, my other brother.
Oh, it's you, sis. Mommy! Oh, mommy.
Yeah, Mother always did like you best.
Look, that big bad mean old banker type person got here before us. Is it time to pay off the mortgage?
With us! I still don't want dirty rocks for a payment!
Or even clean ones.
Oh, we didn't bring no dirty rocks. Instead, we brought
Silver! Bags and bags of the finest silver!
Silver?
dirty old rocks you turned down.
They cleaned up real good once Bridget got to work on them.
Sure, it was just a proper scrubbing they needed to bring out the sparkle.
And there's lots more where those came from. At the world famous
Fairchild Silver Mine. Is it okay if we pay off the mortgage in silver instead of gold?
I would much rather have bags of silver than this entire old farm.
Hey!
For that silly young miss.
Hey!
So hand it over.
You?
And what about the mortgage?
Zebedee, the mortgage documents.
Oh, let me see here.
Nathan!
Just a moment.
Not this.
The document, please.
Not this so good.
Sheriff!
Just a moment while I get the document.
Not that. Let's see. What's this? Oh! Aha! Here it is!
I'll take that. There you are, ma'am. Now, ladies, you were saying.
And the receipt for the stolen corn.
And the poison bottle for the cows!
Evidence? Give me those.
Why, Zebedee Hitch, I never imagined that you were the dastardly criminal. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
No, but I.
Ha ha ha! Nice try, no good, but this evidence points directly to you. To Uriah are no good for the sale of 50 bushels of corn,
Hey, that's how much corn we had stolen.
and to Uriah are no good for the extermination of 6 cows.
That's how many cows we had it.
And you killed them all, you fiend!
Moo?
Except Bessie. I know that, Moo. She's back.
Why, yes, she's been following me for the last 3 miles or more.
That is all very fine and well and good, but it is now my duty as sheriff to escort these scoundrels into custody.
What now, boss?
You stay here while I go for help.
Wait! You stay and I'll go!
No, you stay and I'll go.
But boss, I'm a pacifist. The very thought of violence makes me faint. See?
Oh, great. Now I have to do everything. All right, Sheriff. Here's the tussle you've been waiting for.
Help, boss!
Grab the sheriff and knock him over the head!
No, such violence!
Hey, there's a lady here.
You stay away from my mommy, you big man, female baker type person.
I beg your pardon. Sorry, ma'am.
I do apologize, and that is my sincerest apologies.
Let us continue this over here, shall we?
My pugilistic skills are at your service.
Whoa.
Get him, Sheriff! Time for Zebedee to do something useful!
Curses! Foiled again! There's only one thing to do now.
I'll come to, boss!
Oh, no, you don't!
Not the cow! Not the cow!
What, are you afraid of a cow?
A good old Bessie?
Good? Not that big scary high!
Well, would you look at that? The big lean banker is scared of his sweet little cow. How about you wait out there until I can escort you to jail? And give me that silver.
Not with Bessie! Not with Bessie!
Yes, with Bessie, you big coward. Out you go.
Not with the cow! Not with the cow! Not with the cow!
about a mule?
Yeehaw.
Oh, Hank!
Not a mule! Not a mule!
Bessie and Hank, I am now deputizing you to keep an eye on these varmints.
Moo?
Well, with the varmint behind bars, I guess that means
Fairchild Farms are safe.
Oh, and we have enough money now to buy medicine for the consumption.
And I am spared from the idea of marriage with a man I revile.
Would you consider matrimony with a different man, Miss Lucinda Melinda Dorinda?
Only if that man were you, Nathan Trueheart.
Lucinda.
Nathan.
Oh, if you two be living on the farm, then I'll be staying to do the cleaning.
And the cooking too, but no gruel.
Sure, that I can promise.
I guess we'll be going back to Colorado to the mine.
Good old Colorado mine.
Would you like to come too, Mother? I hear that the mountain air is good for the consumption.
Aww. Come on, Mommy. We could be together all the time.
Well, what are we waiting for? It's Colorado or bust. And she's come to join me in the Oleo today because all of you who have been to a melodrama before know that everybody does an Oleo. Well, we have found the best talent in the land because our Oleo is you. So, in your programs, pull out your songbooks.
I told them we auditioned several people and turned down all kinds of people.
Yeah, and yet I slipped through the cracks.
It's true. She does. She slips through the cracks, and here we are.
I have a tendency to do that. So, all right, Miss Carrie, pick one.
Let's start with I've been working on the railroad.
Because you know that one, right?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. I've been working on the railroad all the live long day. I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Can't you hear the whistle blowing? Rise up so early in the morn. Can't you hear the captain shouting? Dinah, blow your horn. Okay, here we go. Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Strum on the Does anyone have any, what do they call those things?
I don't know. I just lost the word too. Oh my God.
Requests!
Thank you.
Thank you, see. They're smart, they can sing well. Hey,
Exactly.
we've got the whole package here.
Anyone have a request? Since you provided
Crickets?
me.
No? No.
Anything you pick.
Oklahoma.
There we go.
Okay, here we go. Okay, she's from Colorado, so you'll have to excuse her because she doesn't necessarily know this song.
We didn't sing it everywhere we went.
All right, so we're gonna have to show her how it's done. So we're gonna start it low enough so I can sing it. Yeah. Yeah. Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain, and the waving wheat, it sure smells sweet when the wind comes right behind your rain. Oklahoma, every night, my honey lamb and I sit alone and talk and watch a hawk making lazy circles in the sky. We know we belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand. And when we say, yay, we're only saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma, O-K-L-A-H-O-M-A, Oklahoma, oh, you're all awesome.
That was in my ear.
Okay, so,
Okay.
all right.
Suggestion. Come on, give us a suggestion. Otherwise, she'll sing something really weird. Okay.
All right, she'll be coming around the mountain.
Okay.
Last page. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
When she comes.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
When she comes.
She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Oh, we'll all go out and meet her when she comes, when she comes. Oh, we'll all go out and meet her when she comes, when she comes. Oh, we'll all go out and meet her. Oh, we'll all go out and meet her. Oh, we'll all go out to meet her when she comes, when she comes. Woo! Ride horses when she comes. Ride 6 white horses when she comes. She'll be riding 6 white horses. She'll be riding 6 white horses. She'll be riding 6 white horses when she comes. Woo! Woo! All right, one more. All right.
I like this one.
I know, it's so sweet. So here's, gentlemen, your chance to tell your sweeties how much you love them. Aw. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too.
I don't hear anything.
Keep the love light glowing in your eyes so true. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Woo! All right, so I'm gonna close this out so y'all have time
Oh,
to
she's
get
gonna
something
torture
to do.
me.
I
Here we
am.
go.
Carrie says this song gives her nightmares, but I'm gonna do it for you anyway. Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? If your mother says don't chew it, do you swallow it in spite? Can you cancel in your tonsils? Can you heave it left and right? Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? On the bedpost over. $1 is $1 and a dime is a dime. I'd sing another chorus, but I haven't got the time. On the bedpost over night. You all are awesome. Thank you so much.
Kind of like Uriah or No Good.